Welcome to another exciting review for Universal Month 2021. This time I decided to take a look at a sort of drama. Yeah, drama. I decided to take a look at a drama released in 1991, and this has Kathy Bidge, Jessica Tandy, Mary Stuart Madison, and Mary Louise Parker, the two Marys in fried green tomatoes. I've watched the extended version, apparently, on this DVD. Fried green tomatoes was it's a drama focused on the friendship between these two women that take place in currently, I want to say 90 or 91. The movie was released in 1991. It was actually directed by John Avenant, who would later on go on to direct 1994's The War. But this movie is actually a near masterpiece. The problem I had with the film was there's certain scenes that are lost, that I feel lost. You're totally going to be lost if you don't understand it. So I focus on these two, and she's telling the story about growing up in the 30s. We're introduced to these two characters right here, the two Marys, Mary Stuart Masterson and Mary Louise Parker. Basically, this is during the 1930s. So she's a tomboy. I forget her character's name, but she's sort of a tomboy. Excuse me. Excuse me. I had something stuck in my throat. But he basically, she lost her brother, and this is not a spoiler, but she lost her brother, was hit by a train trying to get a hat. So along the way, she meets up with Mary Louise Parker. She gets older and meets up with her, and they form the Whistle Stop Café, known as Fried Green Tomatoes. The actual title was called Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Café. It was written by Fannie Flagg. If you watch old episodes of Match Game, you'll recognize who Fannie Flagg is, and actually has a small role in the film as one of the people. I think one of the psychiatrists that Kathy Bates meets. This is like I said, this is a near masterpiece. If I wasn't lost in certain scenes, but who else is in this? Cicely Tyson. She's sort of like the friend of the family, though. In the middle of the film, her husband is very abusive, and turns out her husband is actually one of the members of the Ku Klux Klan. So in the middle of the film, there's a Klan march going on, and and she comes and starts attacking. Well, the cop comes in and says, "No matter black or white, you're all getting arrested." But turns out this is relevant to today. Similar, I'm not saying that it's compared to that, but similar to some like Charlottesville. But this one guy who comes in there into the place, knowing that her husband was murdered. Turns out this guy, who's another cop, thinks that she's going to get arrested. And turns out this guy, I don't know if they explained it, but you're supposed to picture mine. That guy was the Grand Dragon of the Ku Klux Klan. He's basically the David Duke of the 30s, basically. But not to compare David Duke to some like that character, but some similar. Her husband was, like I said, her husband was a member of the Ku Klux Klan, and they started attacking their one friend. So they started whipping their one friend, and the cop comes out and tells them, black or white, you're all going to get arrested for this. So essentially it's, like I said, there's certain scenes I'm lost, so they kind of crisscross back and forth between these two characters and these two. Originally, when I thought this movie, I thought it was going to be all four of these characters in front the whole film. But they crisscross, and they say differently. Who knows? I mean, the movie doesn't really explain. That's what I heard about when I was about ready to watch this film. But in the beginning of the film, we see a truck comes out of the water. So, middle for the film, we see that same thing again. Third part of the film, same thing again. But it's like trying to put on a puzzle piece. But, yeah. I don't know. I I if I was totally lost with this film, I'd probably say avoid this. But then eventually, near the end of the film, not going to give away, it eventually comes out. So I'm probably just going to leave it at that. But let's talk some of the positives. I think the acting's really well made. Like I said, it's a really good story, similar to On Golden Pond. This is another movie I would easily say, if you have grandparents, this is the kind of movie that my grandparents would watch. Similar to On Golden Pond, which is, I don't know, comparing the two, I would say On Golden Pond's the better movie. But either way, both movies are great. But this is the kind of movie, and I actually watched this with my mom. Oh, and by the way, People on the Stairs, I also watched with my mom, because she wanted to see that. She wanted to rewatch this again, and I enjoyed this film. Before I get the final verdict, let's talk about special features. This is actually an extended version, but on the back of DVD, I'll probably flip over to the back of the DVD, but it says not rated. Yeah, this movie is a PG-13 film, but honestly, I'm not a fan of this artwork. I don't like the white with all the characters. Originally the VHS and old DVD artwork, it had the two main characters and a bunch of tomatoes on the background. I like that artwork. I wouldn't mind actually buying that VHS for collecting reasons. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. It's not something I need to have, that artwork, but I'm just not a fan of this particular artwork. There are some different ones, but this artwork isn't great. Let's actually talk about special features. We get a feature commentary from the director, John Avnet. Moments of Discovery, an original documentary exploring one of America's most beloved films, takes a journey with director John Avnet. Actors Kathy Bates, Jessica Tandy, Mary Sue Madison, and Mary Louise Parker, and among others. I didn't finish that, but I hope to watch it someday, maybe in my own time. John Abnett's scene script notes, I didn't check that out. Principal photography, poster campaign, and I will say this, the poster campaign is probably the best special feature, and the theatrical trailers or trailer, because there is no trailers. It's just one theatrical trailer. And honestly, this is probably the way they release it to DVD, the trailer looks so blurry. Like when it said this motion picture is rated PG-13, it looked like the words were out of place, so it wasn't a very good trailer. I don't know, when it converted this to DVD, yeah. In terms of anything, there's not much. It actually says extended version right here, right in that very corner. I don't know if you can see it right there. But it says widescreen collector's edition, and the spine says collector's edition right there. But I feel like I'm selling a product right now. But if you open the DVD, I don't know if you can see that. Here, I'll go ahead and pull that out. And right here, I don't know if you can see, Anniversary Edition. So this is actually an Anniversary Edition disc put onto the Collector's Edition disc. So this is actually a reprint from 2004 to an old 2000. It was released to DVD in 2000 during the early stages of DVD. So any negatives? I forgot to mention about negatives. I felt lost in this film. I felt totally lost when I watched this movie. I honestly would like it a little more if I didn't feel lost. But this is a near masterpiece. Similar on Golden Pond, which that film I wasn't lost, and that movie was a masterpiece. This is a near masterpiece if I wasn't lost. So, okay, there we go. So, yeah. So I guess that means final verdict. Should you see Fried Green Tomatoes? If you don't feel lost, or if you like all these actresses, this is worth seeing them. This movie, I feel, is actually a near masterpiece. I liked it, but I didn't love it. I don't think it's a masterpiece. I think it's a near masterpiece. If I didn't feel lost, it wouldn't be until the very end of the film. Then I would highly recommend seeing this. But unfortunately, it's a near masterpiece. Not terrible. Don't know if it's going to make it on the list. I still have plenty of other films to watch. I've watched about 19 movies. This is my 19th movie. I hope to do that. So I was originally going to do two, but unfortunately, I do not have enough time to get to a second film. But I'm going to get to two movies tomorrow because I am off. So you might want to check into that, though. So that's my review of Fried Green Tomatoes. If what I said interests you, check out the film. It's like I said, it's definitely something. I was checking to see what it is. It's definitely something to check out. I will say tomorrow's movies are going to be even better. One is going to be anew, and the second one's going to be repeat. But I will give you a hint. It's based on a franchise that I love. It's based on a beloved franchise I love. I can start giving hints from now on. But you're going to have to tune into that tomorrow. Might be that. I don't know. You just have to tune in and find out. So that's a review. Give a thumbs up. Tell me if you like fried green tomatoes. Let me know if you did. Oh, I forgot one special feature. There is some recipes on there, which is really cool to see that Fannie Flagg allowed Universal permission to put it onto the collector's edition DVD. So if you want to cook up some food, there actually is some recipes on the special on the DVD. So yeah, I think I've already mentioned it. But regardless, that's it. I'm rambling. Go watch a movie. Maybe go watch that. Maybe watch something. If you want to join in on it, all you just have to do is just watch Universal movies. That's it. I'm still loving this shirt though. But I'm just rambling. That's it. Tune in tomorrow for the next review, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.